Hey everybody, sorry about last week. Had some technical difficulties, trying to overcome them. Very glad to be able to do the video this week. This week I thought I'd address the issue of morning routines. Now there's a lot of people out there who highly recommend morning routines, having a set schedule in the morning, something that you perform every single morning that's basically the same activities in the same order. There's, as I said, a lot of people who highly recommend it. I had a lot of difficulty finding anything in the way of what I would call scientific research proving the validity of it. But that's why I'm going to say in this video that there's a lot of belief suggesting that it's a good thing as opposed to evidence. So one of the strongest proponents of having a morning routine is Hal Elrod. And in his book, The Morning Miracle, he suggests his Savers program. And the Savers program, I will go over in greater detail, but suffice to say, it is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. I thought the best way to explain Hal's Savers was to go over my morning routine. My morning starts at 4 a.m. I use a wind-up alarm clock to wake me up because I don't like having electronic devices close to my head, particularly when I'm trying to sleep. The first thing I do after I wake up is I drink 20 ounces of water, which I keep on my bedside table, a recommendation of Hal Elrod's, who suggests getting hydrated first thing in the morning. After that, I head straight to the bathroom where I brush my teeth, another recommendation of Hal's. He suggests doing this in order to get yourself ready for the day. From the bathroom, I go straight back to the bedroom where I get dressed for walking, and then by 4:15, I find myself out on the street ready to do my 1.4-mile walk. If you're wondering why I would get up so early and why I would walk so early in the morning, it's for a variety of reasons. But the two main ones are, one, it keeps me out of the way of everybody else and everybody else out of my way. By doing it at 4 o'clock, I'm not disturbing anybody, nobody's disturbing me. There's no pressing matters that I have to deal with at 4 o'clock in the morning. It makes it a lot easier to do my morning routine. The second reason is I live in Las Vegas. It gets very warm very early, very quickly in the morning. So if I'm not out there before the sun gets up, absorbing some of that cool air when I'm trying to walk at a brisk pace, I'm going to find myself in a very hot situation. Once I get home, I hang and drape my sweaty clothes, I jump in the shower and I shave, and I come back to the bedroom where I meditate. I use an app called Insight Timer, and there's a guided meditation by Mark Guay. That's Mark, G-U-A-Y. You can follow him on Twitter. And his guided meditation is Conquering Your Potential. It has both visualization and affirmation in it. That's A and V of Hal's routine. So this usually happens around, I get finished with this, I'd say in the neighborhood of about 5:15. So by this point, I've done 3. I've done exercise, I've done affirmation, and I've done visualization with my meditation. After meditating, I pull out my journal that has my monthly and yearly goals. I take an assessment right then and there to see how well I'm doing in getting them accomplished. After that, I do the reading and scribing sections of Savers. I do it in a little bit different order though. I scribe first, write in my journal, and then I read. I read roughly for about 20 to 25 minutes. Depending upon how complex the book is that I'm reading, that means that I can either read a chapter, sometimes it means I can only read half of a chapter, but I try to dedicate that much time to reading. After that, I get dressed, I come downstairs, I chop up my celery, I run it through the Ninja, I squeeze the juice out of it, I pour myself a glass, and I sit down in a little corner that's basically my own. While sitting there, I read a single chapter from this book, How to Be a Gentleman by John Bridges, from Brooks Brothers Publications. That's the final part of my Savers in the morning, but after that is when I pull out the laptop and I sit down and I blog for the Fat 50 and Running a Marathon.com blog. After that, I do my language lessons on Duolingo. I do 4 Japanese lessons, 2 Mandarin lessons, 2 Spanish lessons. After that, I use another program called WaniKani, which is helping me learn Japanese and Chinese characters. By the time I finish that, it's about 7 o'clock, and Nancy's getting ready to come downstairs and join me for yoga. There's a yoga routine dedicated to stretch on our Body by Yoga DVD, which we do 3 times a week. Oftentimes our housemate Heidi joins us, and sometimes other friends will join us too. The rest of my morning is rather mundane, and I'm not going to hash over those details with you. Things like making my breakfast, or eating my breakfast, or making my lunch, or packing my briefcase to go to work. Those are just things that happen. But suffice to say that I've been doing this routine for the past couple of years. I've been tweaking it a little bit here and there, been trying to make it more productive, and I've been trying to stick to the routine as best I can. I'm actually in the middle of a 50-day challenge of trying to do my morning routine exactly as prescribed, and I'm in 8 days so far, doing very well. Well guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. As I said, I will be revisiting this issue. I want to see if I can find any more actual scientific evidence to substantiate the claims that a morning routine is beneficial to you. Like I said, at this point, I'm still going to call it a belief. That doesn't mean that there isn't scientific evidence out there. It means that I have failed to find it. So until next time, remember, only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Keep strong.